to the Tim and Tiffany Show.
Tournament edition.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Tim.
Today, we'll be talking about many different tournaments happening soon or at any time, anywhere, including tennis, eating, and cornhole.
I personally love food. I just can't live without it.
Oh, me too. I don't think anyone can, Tim. So,
the first tournament we're talking about is badminton.
What's badminton?
Badminton is similar to tennis, but it uses shuttlecocks, which are small nets with a ball connected to it.
Actually, I think I've heard of that sport before.
Badminton is a lesser-known sport, but is growing in popularity.
Badminton is essentially tennis, but with slight differences.
Didn't badminton just get added to the Olympics?
Badminton was added to the Summer Olympics in 2016.
Before badminton was added to the Olympics, the only major tournament was the North American Badminton Tournament.
Next, after the short break, we will be talking about tennis. The next tournament we'll be discussing today is tennis.
I played that when I was little.
Me too.
This sport is a racket sport that can be played against a single opponent or doubles. Tennis has multiple tournaments year-round.
Some of these tournaments include the US Open, the Barcelona Open, and many other Opens.
The tennis tournament that just happened last week was the Miami Open, also known as the Miami Masters. This tournament took place from March 19th to April 1st, located at the Crandon Park Tennis Center in Miami.
This is to be one of the most glamorous of the tournaments because of the wonderful location in Florida. It includes thriving nightlife, 5-star hotels and restaurants, and beautiful beaches and weather. All things extremely appealing.
In the tournament, there were many players of different nationalities, some of them including Korean, American, and Canadian.
An interesting thing about the quarterfinals is one of the women's matches was two U.S. women against each other, one of them being Venus Williams and the other one being Danielle Rose Collins. Venus is 37 years old and is ranked number 8 in the WTA singles rankings. She has a sister who is also a famous tennis player, Serena Williams. Danielle Rose Collins is 24 years old. She has won the NCAA singles title twice. She attended the University of Virginia.
Now let's talk finals. The winning pair for the men's doubles was the brothers Mike and Bob Bryan. The winning pair of the women's doubles was American Coco Vanda Weghe and Australian Ashley Barty. The winner for men's singles was John Isner. And finally, the winner for the women's singles was Sloane Stevens.
An interesting thing about the finals is that both singles winners were Americans. Also, there were Americans on both double teams as well.
Go America! American John Isner won his first ever Masters 1000 title. He was ready for this moment. He has been in 3 other Master 1000 finals and lost, so this was truly amazing for him.
Americans really pulled through this competition, didn't they, Claudia?
Sure did.
We will be right back after this short break.
And we are back.
Let's talk about food.
Yes, I can't wait. I love food.
Me too.
Every year, there's a World Food Championship that is held in California, and only the most elite can make it in. There is a wide range of events that people can compete in.
They have burger competitions, bacon competitions, dessert competitions, and many more.
There are many rules in food eating competitions, including no vomiting, no dipping your food in water unless it's specifically allowed, and you must keep your space relatively clean, and no chipmunking.
What's chipmunking?
Chipmunking is when a competitor shoves as much food in their mouth as they can in the last seconds of the competition. This isn't allowed because food must be swallowed for it to count.
Ah, that makes sense. Now let's talk about how to train for one of these competitions. Ooh. Competitors commonly train by drinking large amounts of water over a short period of time to stretch out their stomachs. Others combine the consumption of water with large quantities of low-calorie foods, such as vegetables or salad. Some eaters chew large amounts of gum in order to build jaw strength.
That seems like so much work. That makes me respect the people who do this stuff even more. Some people who have become well known for being a competitive eater are Joey Chestnut, who won a hot dog eating competition, Takeru Yobayashi won a chicken wing eating competition, and Yasir Salem, who also won a hot dog eating competition.
Many people worry about the dangers of competitive eating. Doctors say that the stretching of the stomach and the throat and the possibility of heart damage can severely hurt anyone who's attempting this. So even though it's a cool tournament, I wouldn't recommend it if you have digestive or heart problems.
That's all we have today on extreme eating. See you guys after this short break.
This march has been full of madness.
With Virginia losing to a 16th seed.
And Loyola Chicago making it to the Final Four?
Everyone's bracket is full of madness after this crazy tournament and all of its upsets.
Tonight, Villanova and the Michigan compete for the championship title.
Only 37,000 brackets have Villanova and Michigan in the championship.
And of all of those, 54% have Villanova winning.
Villanova is a #1 seed, while Michigan is a 3rd seed.
Millions will be watching, but anything could happen.
I can't wait to watch this.
Join us after this short break for
and we'll
discussion.
talk about cornhole.
Cornhole is a tailgate and party favorite that everyone loves.
Cornhole involves 2 boards that are each 27 feet apart, and it can be 1-on-1 or teams of 2.
Both boards have a hole in the top of half of them, and each player or team has 4 cornhole bags to try either stick them on the board or get the bags in the holes.
If a bag is thrown into the hole, it counts as 3 points. And if bags land on the board, the player receives 1 point. The scoring, however, is a net score where points cancel out. For example, if one team gets a bag in the hole and the other team gets 2 bags in, then the team with the bag in receives 1 point.
Last weekend, the biggest stage in Cornhole. The Jacksonville Cornhole Championship took place.
The championship was one of the most anticipated ever. It was a rematch of last year's incredible finale. 3-time champion and veteran of the sport, Matt Guy, fell to rookie Kyle Langworthy. This year, Matt Guy came for revenge when the two met up once again to take home the trophy.
This year, in the final game of the final set, both Kyle and Matt had 3 bags in, and Kyle also had 1 on the board, with Matt Guy prepared to throw his last bag.
If the bag gets on, overtime is forced.
If the bag goes in the Matt Guy leaves with a trophy and $25,000. Guy threw the bag and it skipped over the hole and off the board. Langworthy wins it all.
After all that excitement, you need a break. Take a look at these few commercials and we'll see you soon. Our next sport is Quidditch.
Isn't that a made-up game?
No way, it's real.
Quidditch ball was based off of the movie series and book series Harry Potter. Quidditch in Harry Potter was played on magic flying brooms in a giant arena. One team tries to throw the ball into one of the 3 rings on the other team's territory. There are 2 players called the Seekers who try and catch the golden snitch that is a small gold and impossible to catch.
U.S. Quidditch was founded in 2005 at Middlebury College by freshman Xander Manchel. Quidditch is played normally on a soccer field.
Quidditch quickly grew into a huge sport. In November of 2007, the first World Cup was held, and Quidditch became a very, very popular sport at Middlebury College. New York Times and many other journalisms and newspaper companies have featured Quidditch in their papers. The U.S. 11th Quidditch Cup will be held on April 14th through 15th, 2018 at the Round Rock Multipurpose Complex in Round Rock, Texas.
Okay, you should all join in to watch the Quidditch game.
We will be there.
All right,
And if the Seeker catches the golden ball, they'll win.
All right, guys, well, that's our program.
Thank you so much for listening. And next week, we will be talking about trips.
Yes, I can't wait to talk about trips.
I personally went on a trip to the Dominican Republic a few weeks ago.
All right, and I'm Tim.
And I'm Tiffany.
See you guys.